I need to get this straight. That's important. The Leafs, who were already first place in the Atlantic, by the way, like before this game. Before this game, were taking on the Florida Panthers. Yep. At home. On several days rest. Panthers 3 games in 4 nights back-to-back with travel. All that checks out, yeah. No Kachuk, Ekblad, Sturm, or Barkov. You threw Sturm in there. You did your homework. And you genuinely thought the Leafs were gonna lose. Yes. Okay, good. Me too. What a relief. Let's go! Do you have a humiliation kit? This is all I ask you to do. I'm having a great finger flick. You're allowed to show up. This team is ruining my life. I'm taking crazy pills. With you, wherever you are, welcome to LFR. Victory, Puppy Ziggy! They beat Florida. They're first in the division. This is our year. He got both treats. They can't lose. Right? There's still 7 games to go this season, but I'm letting myself believe Leafs win! 3-2 over the Florida Panthers. Some of them, at least. Gosh, the Leafs are a weird and confusing team, and they scare the crap out of me. They had every fathomable advantage heading into this game, and that didn't make me feel comfortable. In fact, that made me feel worse. Because even though they are in first place in the Atlantic Division, dude, they have 96 points already. They tend to lose these kinds of games. And they were indeed losing at one point. But they pull off the win, big 2 points in regulation at home, and they sit 3 points up on anyone else in the Atlantic. 3 points up on the Tampa Bay Lightning, who do have a game in hand, and 4 points up on the Florida Panthers, who don't. And the Leafs have to play them one more time. Buddy, let's talk about that game. Now, I was of 2 minds heading into this game. One, knowing the Panthers have 2 more games against the Leafs, including this one. One of them is in the middle of a road trip, a long one, and a not fun one. For the Panthers, I mean. And then the next time they play will be next week, and the Panthers will be at home. Even though there were a lot of cartoony ways for the Leafs to blow this game, I also looked at this and go, the Florida Panthers might not be their Florida Pantheriest. Like, the playoffs are still, like, a little bit away, like 2 weeks away. There's some games left. Some games not against the Leafs. Do you want to waste all your nonsense on them right now? No. The game in Florida next week, that one's gonna be unhinged. That one's gonna be ridiculous. Someone's gonna get suspended. This one? They're saving it. Once again, Panthers, tired, road trip. We talked about that. Ekblad, not there. He's suspended. Kachuk, not there. He's injured. Nico Sturm, they got him at the trade deadline. That means he's important. Not there. He's injured. And most importantly, Sasha Barkov not in the lineup for Florida. Now, some of you might have looked at this and gone, oh wow, that must mean he's really hurt. I looked at it and went, oh wow, this game is not the biggest priority for the Panthers. I think it's one of those situations, like if it was Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final, or it was Game 7 of the first round, more realistically, he'd be playing. That's just a guess, but it's hockey, and Patrice Bergeron played with a punctured lung, so maybe. But you cannot be lulled by that. There are still rats about. Because if the Panthers are not as dialed as they would usually be in this game, maybe that means they're going to be a little unhinged. Sam Bennett's going to Sam Bennett, which he did a bit. And Brad Marchand, what is he going to look like in a Panthers uniform? And the answer is a categorical weird. No, it's weird. I hate that a lot, actually. And also, it's not fair. The Boston Bruins are dead last DFL in the Eastern Conference. And the Bruins traded him to a playoff team within the division. Oh, I hope Don Sweeney's pillow's always hot. I hope every time Cam Neely puts on a sock, he steps on a melted ice cube. They traded him to the Panthers. They took a video of it and they posted it online. Nasty work. Nasty, evil work. The fact the Leafs could still play the Florida Panthers in the first round and end up facing Brad Marchand again in a year where the Bruins are finishing last in the conference gives me heart palpitations. And I'm gonna have to talk to my Mighty Might therapist about that. But winning this game will go a long way to making that hopefully not happen. But again, the Leafs weren't playing the Bruins in the first round until they very aggressively were, and we all know how that went. First period did not feature any goal scoring, but I thought the Leafs looked pretty good. I think anyone who was watching this game and looking at the Panthers lineup and expecting utter domination out of this game, you're missing the point. There's only one puck, and that's not how it works. Because I thought, oh yeah, maybe the Leafs run them out of the building. And then their top 6 takes the ice, and I go, oh, dude, they still got guys like Verhaeghe and Lundell and Luosterainen. All those guys are underrated. Bennett, Marchand, oh, that little chestnut, Reinhardt, Samoskevich, who in a year of like a really stacked rookie class is solid. That decore's still ridiculous. Bob in net. There's no easy games against the Florida Panthers. Who told you that? Did he look like Paul Maurice? It was a setup! Chris Tanev takes a penalty at the end of the first period. We don't like that, but the Leafs kill it until the end of the first period. Beginning of the second period, they're still killing it. And they do kill it. But when Chris Tanev comes out of the box, there's 3 defensemen out there, and he's forward, I guess. For that moment in time, he is. 3 Leafs collapse back while this puck trickles like near the slot at the speed of a booger running down your face. It was the first thing that came to mind. I have 2 kids. Panthers put it back to Forsling, who puts it in the Large Hadron Collider. Forsling's 10th goal of the season. As a defenseman, this guy's good. Unreal shot. That's the first goal of the game, and naturally the Panthers are leading. Certainly doesn't help that Bob is making save after save after save after save, and all of a sudden I think it's gonna be one of those games. By all of a sudden, I mean all day I was dreading this. If you watch this eye really closely, it's twitching. You might have already noticed a couple already. I'm trying to hide it. Luckily, about halfway through the second period, John Tavares is nothing like the weather in Toronto because he stays hot. William Nylander with the filthy pass, but that pass would have been to no one in the whole wide world, unless John Tavares or anyone, didn't even have to be John Tavares, someone decided to go to the net! Sorry, I'm really distracted right now. There's a spider right above. Look at that thing! Look at that! I am shooting a video. What are you doing to Kuznetsov? No! Joffrey! No! Anyway, John Tavares ties the game. Doesn't matter. I'm about to die anyway. Look at him. No, I mustn't. No, you have a video to shoot. There's thousands of people like, shut up about the spider. Oh, now I can't find it. All right, we're gonna, there it is. Get off of Joffrey! Ah! Leafs tie it. John Tavares, he scored the 36th goal. He now has more goals this season than he has years alive, which is a stat that gets harder and harder to do. Now, what was good about this is the Leafs tied the game. What was bad about the second period in general is most things. The first period was a period I could brush off because even though the Leafs didn't score a goal, they didn't take the lead, I thought they were the better team. Second period, well, now you're getting run out of your own building by a team running on fumes with no players. After a beautiful breakaway opportunity from Bobby McMahon set up by William Nylander that was stopped by Bob, that's Bobby versus Bob. Now he's right above my head. He's right above my head! AJ Greer almost gets one, stopped by Stolarz. It becomes more and more obvious as the third period goes that neither of these teams wants to go to overtime. Cue Austin Matthews, that guy who never shoots, setting up that goal suck Mitch Marner. Matthews to Mitchie in front, bang! Perfectly placed one-timer by Marner, his 24th of the season. The Leafs take the lead. Celebrate, all Mitch Marner fantasy holders, because it is your finals week. Also, RIP to Mitch Marner owners, because he had the game-winning goal until very late, and that would have been worth points. That's okay, that's okay. He would make up for it because about 5 minutes later, way up, and I mean way up the ice, Marner hits a streaking Matthew Nyes, who, I'm just gonna be straight up, he couldn't do this last year. I'm not saying he was bad last year. I'm saying he's a killer now. Grabs the thing in full stride like he's William Nylander, gronks his way to the net. The nice move, and he beats Bob. Hey, he hit the post and Bob knocked it into his own net. I don't care, he beat him. His 26th goal of the season, but that doesn't matter. The highlight is the Mitch Marner assist, not because of how beautiful it was. It was assist number 69! That's right. 69! That's right. Yeah, the naughty number. The naughty number. Leafs take the 3-1 lead. And I gotta tell you, I'm not worried anymore. They're about to win this thing. They're about to do it. There is no reason to be skeptic. Pontus Holmberg takes a penalty. He goes to the box. Okay, it's a penalty kill. It's not their first penalty kill ever. You're allowed to kill penalty. They scored. Sam Reinhart scores from, it was Sam Moskowitz who got the assist. Okay, well, see, I told you. And the Panthers pulled it within 1. Leafs missed the empty net a couple times. Marner misses it. It's the finals, Mitch, for me! Fine. But the Leafs hold on. They win the game, but at a cost. During the final minute, 2 things happen. 1, you asked me about in the question, so we'll get to that. Number 2, Jake McCabe leaves the game with about a minute to go due to injury. This during a game where David Kampf also had to leave the game due to injury, except much earlier. After the game, reporter Jesse Blake of SDPN tweeted, "No injury update from Berube on McCabe or Kampf post-game." So what happened to McCabe is there's a face-off with a little under 2 minutes left. Puck goes into the Leafs corner. McCabe goes after it, and Carter Verhaeghe wrecks him. To me, I hate that play a lot. It's not two guys just simply battling for body position. There's no puck there. I mean, the puck is almost there, but definitely no one has it. McCabe goes hard into the boards, and hopefully he just left as a precaution. I mean, after all, there's less than 2 minutes to go in the game, but that is a really, really important player to this team. They need him. David Kampf, too. Like, it looked like he had fought his way onto what was probably going to be the Leafs playoff roster after kind of losing his spot a bit. Now, what do you do if Kampf misses any time? You could put Nick Robertson back in the lineup. You can put Max Pacioretty in the lineup once he's ready, but neither of those guys is the same type of player as David Kampf. Like, even close. Questions. Not a question, but Bruins are in last. They're gonna get Misa. They're gonna get Misa, and it's gonna suck. Oh, they're last now, though. How was it seeing Brad not in a Bruins jersey? That wasn't Brad. It was weird at first, but that wasn't Brad. That was a guy. That was a random man. That's how he played tonight. Next week, I think he's gonna play a little different. When the playoffs start, he's gonna go right back to being a psychopath. Then it'll look weird. What's your opinion of Sam Bennett on Tavares at the end of the game? Yeah, Bennett, it's a shame. I feel bad for the guy. Accidents just seem to keep following him around. He trips Spidarz and puts him right on his butt in front of guys wearing black and white stripes, and they don't care. That's the sort of thing they're gonna do. That's the sort of thing Bennett's gonna do. That's the sort of thing that whole team is gonna do. And what are you going to do? It's a fine line between taking a stupid penalty and standing up for yourself. I wouldn't want John Tavares to open the Sam Bennett door. That's pretty stupid. I like that Domi will stand up for his teammates, but like that penalty he took in San Jose where he half fought a guy who was not fighting him back was kind of dumb. But the other day against the Ducks where Matthew Nyes got a penalty because someone got in his face and he decided to bend them in half, that was awesome. Dude, I've been saying this for years. I don't know. I've been saying this since long before COVID. I've been saying this since the Babcock days. Dude, watch some playoff hockey. Are you kidding? This is why my blood boils when a player does an interview and they're not in the playoffs and they're like, oh yeah, I didn't watch the playoffs. Why? What? That is the pinnacle of your field. That's also the pinnacle. It's the rule-breaking Olympics. It's where guys go to figure out how to skirt the rules just right for that scenario. If you've never played in a conference final or a Stanley Cup final, how else are you supposed to know? Have everyone tell you their nice little stories? Watch! I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Brady Tkachuk, going to watch all those Matthew Tkachuk Stanley Cup playoff games, including Stanley Cup final games, had a profound effect on Brady Tkachuk, and it made him a better player. For the Leafs especially, and also the fans, and that definitely includes myself, when are you gonna be that team? When are you going to be the team full of unlikable, undesirable heads that no one likes? Everyone hates playing against you because they know they're going to have to put up with this sort of thing. It's the playoffs. Everyone does it. Sorry, that's not true. Only the good teams do it. The league should change the... Stop. They're not going to. Fight fire with fire and let that mother father burn. Are those not the lyrics? They're not? And I just want to end on this nice quote that Jesse Blake gathered because I like it very much. Berube on John Tavares. As a coach, you love a player like that. Professionalism and the mindset he has day in and day out. He's almost like having another coach around. The preparation daily never changes. And then Jesse asks, does JT have a future behind the bench? I don't think he does. I don't think he yells at officials enough. But I am confident that I love him and want him to remain a Leaf forever. So, what do you think? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. But for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. I know I didn't do this right. It's okay. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends there's a brand new Steve Dangle podcast for your eyes and ears. Go to the SDPN YouTube channel and peruse.